What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a great day today, y'all. My day is going good. Sorry for the late notification. I usually try to put the notification out an hour ahead of time, but I was over here taking notes and I thought that I had put the notification out. And so I was like, let me just go ahead and do 30 minutes because my bad. And I'm sorry that I'm in here on a Tuesday. I really planned on coming on here yesterday, but I didn't get no sleep Sunday night. And it was just, oh my God. I don't know. It's so funny because I do everything to try to get in bed. And sometimes I get in bed and it just don't happen for me. And I just be so messed up. But, you know, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 13. And the name of the episode is called Kilts, Chaos, and Reeds. Okay? If you ask me, it really wasn't that good of an episode to me. It was kind of whack. If you ask me, I don't know what is it. I don't know. I think that what is going on right now with me is that I don't know if I'm, I love Atlanta. Don't get me wrong, but right now I am Love Island out. I feel like that every time I open my mouth, every time I'm turning on my TV, I'm looking at Love Island. I'm going back and looking at old episodes to make sure that I got my information and stuff correct. And I am really just into Love Island right now. And I can't wait for it to be over with. I think that we got 2 more weeks, but I am really enjoying it. And what I really love about it is that, let me get on my soapbox. What I'm really loving about it is that we're seeing the episodes 2 days after it's shot. You get what I'm saying? We're seeing the episodes 2 days after it's shot, whereas with Atlanta, we are seeing this stuff 6 or 7 months from now. You know what I'm saying? So the information is not new, but they would never. I was talking to a friend the other day about Love Island, and I was saying that I wish that Atlanta was able to shoot like that, but that would be impossible for them to shoot the show that way because I think that we got 9 girls over here on Atlanta, right? They all live in Atlanta, but they all live in different places. Love Island is so easy because it's a controlled space, right? Where they have cameras and stuff everywhere, where they won't be able to do that with Atlanta. So I kind of get it. But I do feel like that the people ought to be working overtime to make sure that we get the episodes in a timely fashion. Okay? But before we get started, again, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, darling. Season 17, episode 13. And the name of the episode is called Kilts, Chaos, and Reeds. Get some Ambien moving forward. Tiki Toon, is you trying to kill me? Is that what they gave Michael Jackson? Is that what they gave Michael Jackson? Y'all trying to get me up out of here? I'm so far behind on everything. That night of not getting no sleep really messed me up. I haven't been able to watch the BET Awards. I want to watch the BET Awards, at least the Lauryn Hill tribute, because, Lauryn is my girl, and I haven't even been able to see the Lauryn Hill tribute online. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm just really, I had planned on coming on Patreon today because I want to talk about that old woman that got beat up, she got thrown down to the ground or whatever. Because the thing is, y'all be killing me on the internet. Real quick, y'all be killing me on the internet. Because I see people on the internet talking about that girl was wrong. Are y'all serious? That woman came to that woman's door, slapped her in her face with a phone in front of her child. And her son was scared. Her son ran back in the house. Her son was scared. Like, are y'all serious? Because I know me and my brother and my sister, no matter how old the woman was, she could have been in her walker. We would have jumped her. We would have jumped her. We was them type of kids. You get what I'm saying? We was them type of kids. We didn't have to really do it that many times. Don't judge. Listen, don't judge my mama now. Don't judge my mama. I haven't said nothing about y'all mama, so y'all respect my mama. Okay? But before we get started, let's see who up in here and we gonna talk. Okay, let's see. Print Fias, what's good? The Inform, what's good? Nita, what's good? Miss Bella, what's good? Mizm, what's good? Tanya, what's good? Mizm said Angela lost me on this episode. I'm disappointed. I actually like her. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, we'll see. Angela lost me this episode. She lost y'all? Y'all so quick to turn on a bitch. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Y'all so quick to turn on a bitch. The whole season ain't even here yet. Jesus. Linda Marshall, what's good? Now we can say that Angela be lying. How do we know that she lied, baby? Madison Holly, what's good? You ain't know it's deep. What's good? Oh, thank you so much. Can't wait to hear your commentary. I do not like Shamil, but Angela needs to stop while she's behind. You think that she's behind? Rosie Posey, what's good? C. Patterson 22, what's good? What Angela said in the story Shamil told to the wife were the same. Thank you, C. Patterson 22. I anticipate this will be very positive. I'm looking forward to hearing it. To these DJs say, oh, Angela, you just what's good? Jacqueline, what's good? You better drag Sasquatch. I don't know I went to go try to look up what Sasquatch is. I don't think that when I look at Angela, I don't see Sasquatch. So Corey Snell was good. Been waiting. Oh, thank you so much. Poor Angela. She should have stopped while she was ahead. D. Lieber, what's good? Jacqueline Moore, what she should have did was take that phone off a speakerphone. What she should have did was take that phone up off a speakerphone, baby. You don't have no conversation on no speakerphone. S. Lover, what's good? Caught red-handed and not being held accountable because it's Shamina. Now, S. Lover, don't do. I think that they was. Now, S. Lover, don't. I think they thought that they had something in their back pocket and they're gonna try to use it on her against a little bit later. But I would have let Angela know what I heard. Okay, you ain't know it's deep. Drew rubbing off on Angela. I'm sticking beside her. Erica Arthur, what's good? Angela and Shakrinji lied. They both lied. She fancy, what's good? Angela messed up, but she didn't do anything the rest of them don't do. She's an official housewife now. They all see got info on the person they beefing with. Erica Arthur, I don't know. Nurse Bay Witt, what's good? Gabor, we've been waiting. What's good? Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get it started. Okay, so again, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 13, and the name of the episode is called Kilts, Chaos, and Reads. Now, I'm sorry, I did not have the pictures for the episode. Okay, so we just gonna use this picture of Angela getting caught up. This is a picture of Angela caught. That's all I got. Okay, Cameron, thank you for the super chat. He said, "You see how quick Angela got off that phone?" Cameron, you know I called it. You know I kind of tried to hurry up and get the girl up off their phone, baby. See, she thought that we're gonna talk, okay? So what happens is, remember, the episode started off with the women arriving at the airport because they're getting ready to go on a cast trip to Scotland, okay? Now, Phaedra and Portia are hosting the trip, and it's also supposed to be Phaedra's birthday, okay? Now, they're going to Scotland because Phaedra and Portia was both on Traitors. So now, Phaedra was on Traitors for 10 weeks. I did not see her season, but I did see the iconic boardroom showdown she did with the guy from The Bachelor. I did see that. Okay. Now I did watch Portia season, and Portia went home the first week. I was so shocked and disappointed in Portia. But I also do think that when we're watching game shows like Traitors, it is a social experiment, and we've seen a lot of people misspeak in that boardroom, and they're given grace, but Portia wasn't given grace because she was Black, and I'm standing on that. We've seen Michael Rappaport do the same thing 2 episodes or maybe 1 episode after, and nobody did anything. Nobody voted him out, right? But when Portia did it, she was enemy number 1, and the sad part about it was a Black man that went after her. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. He said, when Angelia opens her mouth, the story changes. If the receipts don't match the storyline, somebody's playing pretend. Thank you for the super chat. Portia is not made for strategic James. Cameo. Did y'all catch Portia snudge Phaedra and got caught in a lie? Yes, Mary Jane. Did you catch Phaedra mouth change? And she looked at baby. Listen, that was iconic. I loved it. Okay. So the girls ended up getting to Scotland, and they are going to be staying at the Gilmerton house. Now, the Gilmerton house was built in 1650 with 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, okay? Now, I don't want to sound uncultured. But I do not want to spend a night in a house, you get what I'm saying, that was built in 1650.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Right? I don't want to spend a night in a house that was built in 1650. I feel like in 1650, do you know how many ghosts is probably up in that house? 1650? No, baby, I don't want to stay there. I don't want to stay there. Okay, but they got 10 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. So slaves built it. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. He said, woo, that's a choice. The fans bought the love, but they also bought the memories. You can't rewrite history just because it's convenient. What you mean? Okay? And so they have a Black event coordinator, okay? Now, they say that he looked like Idris Elba.
Bitch, where? That was B.I.H. Bitch, where?
Okay? I didn't see Idris Elba. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw Idris Elba. I didn't see Idris Elba, okay? Now, his name is Torgi. They say that he's on TikTok, and his TikTok is Black Scots. Okay. Now, Shamia said that she knows Torgy and she sees what's underneath because she's been following him for 7 years. And I tried to go to his Instagram, and the Instagram was private. Okay. So I was unable to be, to see what was going on underneath. But then I just put the name into Google and I went to the images and I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. Okay. Now, Phaedra said that he kind of gave Sterling K. Brown. I can kind of see Sterling K. Brown when I got one of my contacts. I could kind of see Sterling K. Brown when I got one of my contacts in, but Sterling K. Brown, when I talk about Sterling K. Brown is damn near perfect. You get what I'm saying? He ain't giving Sterling K. Brown it out. Sterling K. Brown is damn near perfect. Dare I say Sterling K. Brown is perfect. You get what I'm saying? I don't see Sterling K. Brown. I don't see Sterling K. Brown. I could kind of, a little bit, but Sterling K. Brown got everything. You know what I'm saying? To me, perfect Ash Bash, yes. Your taste is imperfect. Don't do that, Dina. Don't do me that. Sterling is perfect. He's perfect. You know what I'm saying? You like Sterling more than Idris? To me, that's my type, though. To me, Sterling is more my type. Idris, I don't really see. Am I saying Idris is ugly? I'm not saying, because you know how y'all get. I'm not saying that Idris is ugly, but I'm just saying if I had to pick out a Sterling and Idris, I would pick Sterling. That's me, though. That's me. Okay? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Put a 1 in the chat if you going Idris, and put a 2 in the chat if you going Sterling. Let me see something. Sterling is looking good lately. That man always been looking good. Sterling, I'm not seeing it. Big well. To you, exactly. To you. Oh, Jerry, I gone. First War Dog, now Sterling. Oh, no. Dina, don't do that. Okay. I'm more of a Lance Groves type of guy. But see, he not on the menu. Aaliyah, give me 1 or 2. Idris or Sterling. Okay? Y'all see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like y'all discriminating against Sterling because he wore glasses. I feel like y'all discriminating against Sterling because he wore glasses. Don't do that. Okay, I see it's equal. Gabor like the alien, Gigi gone. Sterling is sexy. Sterling is okay, but not perfect. I said almost. Idris all day long. Idris all day long. Okay. I love Lance Groves and my hubby know it. Okay. Sterling has a better attitude. I don't really know nothing about whatchamacallit. No to Ashley to Sterling. Sterling for me, right? Okay, see, we see each other. Okay. Phaedra and Portia, when they get to the Grimmelton house, Portia and Phaedra go on a tour. Tori give them a tour. With Portia, baby, she probably fucked. He get them a tour of the house, and so they ended up assigning the rooms to the girls while the other ladies sit down and eat. Okay. Now we found out that Pinky ended up finalizing the budget for her movie. Okay. Shamia will be playing Trina. Okay. I will not be watching it. I won't be watching it. To me, with Shamia in the movie, it's gonna be a joke. It's not gonna be taken serious. You got one of your castmates on the show. It's just not gonna be taken serious. And so I won't be watching it, but I do wish Pinky, I think that this season, Pinky is my favorite housewife this season. And I do wish her all the best, but I will not be watching anything with Shamia in it. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch it. Okay. Kelly shares with the women that she can't film with her daughters. She said that Phaedra reached out to her to offer her services. And she also shared that she moved to Shamia's house and that Shamia allowed her daughters, her dog, her mama, everybody to move into her townhouse. Okay. So she is officially GoFundMe Kelly. Okay. She said that it's hard to be vulnerable because the moment something happens, it's thrown in your face. Just like you threw what Britt donated in her face last year in Grenada. Right? Or about Portia still being in Simon's house. Right? Life lessons. Life lessons. I think Kelly is saying this now because she's about to take her ass down there to the welfare. Right? But, and also because K. Michelle said it too, right? They also, to make no mistake, this is K. Michelle's team. It's not Shamia's team. Like Cynthia tried to imply later, this is K. Michelle's team. And K. Michelle said that earlier this season. But truthfully, Kelly hasn't been that humble or nice to the other women on the show either. So now she wants everybody to be all nice to her. And it's hard to be vulnerable because it's you've thrown shit in people's faces too, Kelly. You have. You have. Okay? Angela said that she feels the least supported in the group. Now, Angela, Mama, now I thought that you told us at Pinky's party that every woman in the group except for GoFundMe Kelly sent you flowers when your mama passed away for the anniversary of Miss Margaret passing away. That's what you said, that everybody sent you flowers and everything, and you said the girls were so supportive of you. So you just said that maybe 2 episodes ago. So why now you saying you feel like the least supported one in the group? And I like you, Angela, Mama, but I just feel like that, you know, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I don't know, okay? Kelly said that when they was making the chicken and waffles and Charles was there and the punk was there and said that he was cheating on Angela, she said that she had him escorted out immediately. And so she protected her. And Angela said, but you immediately said that I had something to do with it. And for anyone to assume that I did have something to do with it is blasphemy, because why would I do that, right? And so ShaBBL said, well, why would you not? Because in Nashville, you came out to the pool saying, fuck Charles, fuck Charles. And Shamia, I just feel like this is so lame of Shamia, because yeah, she came out to the pool saying, fuck Charles, because Portia said that she was going to fuck Charles, right? Portia said that she was going to fuck Charles to make her mad. And so she came out to the pool with her camera phone on. Remember, she had her phone on and she said, fuck Charles, fuck Charles. Like she was saying it like you was going to fuck Charles. Fuck, she wasn't saying it like, fuck Charles, I'm mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shamia is so lame for that, okay? And so Shamia is trying to flip it, okay? And so Angela said, girl, what was you saying out there at the pool? And Shamia said, she said, I don't know, Angela. I know Charles. I met him several times because I work for the NBA, and you know all too well that I work for the NBA because you can't stop talking about it. Does Shamia work for the NBA or does she work for the Hawks? Those are 2 totally different things. I don't think that Shamia is employed by the NBA. Right? I think that she's probably employed by the Hawks. But I don't know who signed that checks or not. But I don't think that Shamia is employed by the NBA. The NBA? She probably, you know what I'm saying, do something for the Hawks, but I don't think that she, does that make sense what I'm saying? She probably worked for the Hawks organization. But girl, you're not employed by the NBA. No wonder you was over there singing the national anthem with Portia. Oh, please. I was wondering, baby, y'all wasn't even dressed like y'all was about to sing the house down. Okay? Yeah, technically the NBA owns them. No. She employed by the franchise. Isn't that she a hype girl? Right. I don't think so either. 2 very different organizations. Basically, it's NBA. It's not the NBA though, baby. It's not. Not the higher help board. Please, what? That is employed by the NBA. Fact check it. Is it? Okay. You know, listen, let me know. I'm asking. I'm just asking a question, okay? And Shamia ended up asking Angela, why are you trying to investigate me so bad? 2 people have came up to me in my work and said, what's wrong with you and Angela? And Angela said, look, that's a figment of your imagination, okay? And so Shamia asked Angela, what do you want to know? And Angela said, anything I want to know about you, I can know on my own. Baby, that's impossible. That's impossible, right? It ain't a bitch alive that can tell you more about me than me. So if you wanted to know something about me, there is no perfect person in the ask but me. You get what I'm saying? Angela wouldn't have been able to tell me no shit like that if I wanted to know something I know. No, baby. No, baby, ain't nobody be able to tell you nothing. You wouldn't be able to know no shit about me, bitch, because ain't nobody tell you nothing about me better than me. The fuck? So Angela is calling, she said that Angela is calling around asking anybody she sees her in the picture with if they have any dirt on Shamia, right? And so Angela said, who? And Shamia said, they asked me not to say, but they gave you money at your event last year, and you know he knows me. That's why I don't respect you. You've been asking around about me, and I would like you to stop. And at this point, Portia and Phaedra are back at the table, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. She said, Pinky is your favorite low-key bulldog and bulldozing and all. LOL. Yes, she is my favorite. I don't have a problem with no bulldaggers. Hell, if that's the case, baby, I have a problem with the whole LL. I don't have no problem with no bulldaggers. You know, she's in a new season of her life. But we're going to talk about it. Thank you for the super chat, Big L88. Okay? And so Angela says, the guy name is George. He's my neighbor. And I spoke to them, and I wanted to know if it's okay to bring Shamia's name up. But bring Shamia's name up for what? Bring Shamia's name up for what? Why would it be okay for you to ask them to bring Shamia's name up, Angela? Like, as the episode went on, I'm just sitting up here like, Angela, girl, what are you doing? What do you mean that you got to go to George to ask them, could you bring Shamia's name up? That doesn't make sense. Okay? She said that she never asked George's wife about Shamia. She asked her if she said something about Shamia, will she be offended? And she said, what will be offensive? And then Angela said, I don't want to say because I don't want to embarrass you. And she was like, say it. Say it. And Phaedra said, girl, for God's sakes, embarrass her. And Pinky said, girl, say what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind. And Angela said, girl, did you fuck George? Girl, did you fuck George? Okay? And Shamia said, listen, unlike you, I don't have to fuck to the top. I'm not trying to be funny. Is Charles Oakley the top? Is Charles Oakley the top? I'm not trying to be funny, and I know that Charles Oakley is a legend. I will never take that away from him. But is he the top? I don't think that he the top. I'm not trying to be, you get what I'm saying? It ain't giving me the top. Angela and Charles don't even live behind the gates. Angela and they don't even live behind the gates. Did you see Michael Jordan's house when they did the last dance? That estate that he was on? No, baby. That's not the top. It's not the top. Okay? Angela said that George is the one who said that he paid her when he met her. And Shamia said, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? And so Shamia is saying, all y'all pretty much just heard her call me a whore and said that I was cheating on my husband with George.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute, Shamia. She didn't say that. What she did was she asked you, did you fuck George? That's what she asked you, okay? And she also didn't give a time frame on when you fucked them. I just assumed that she was talking about you when you was in your whole days with Portia. Right? But I didn't hear her say that you fucked the man. She asked you, did you fuck him? And she said that the man said that he paid you. She didn't say that you fucked him. She asked you. Okay? And so Angela said, I'm going off of him saying that he paid you. And Shamia said, he donated to my breast cancer event last year. And Angela said that he told her, she's so fine, I had to pay her. Now, that's not how a man talking about donating or something. Okay? Now, I believe what Angela said, right? Not that she fucked him. I do believe that George said that to her because there's a clip going around. Did y'all see it? I want to play it, but I know it'll be a copyright strike or something like that. But he had some type of probably on Zeus or something, some type of reality show with him and his woman. And he was talking about how he met her. She was a DoorDash delivery, and he seen her with some shorts on or whatever. So I definitely believe he one of them niggas that know he got about a pussy. You got the money for the pussy. He got the money. You know what I'm saying? You got the pussy for the money. He got the money for the pussy. He one of them type of niggas, right? And so he ended up buying Ashley. And so I believe that he told Shamia. I believe that he told Angela that he had to pay Shamia. I do believe that he said that. Now, that means that he slept with her? I don't know, but I do believe that he probably talked like that about Shamia. No, good boy, you playing. I'm not playing semantics. If you're gonna say what I say what I said, baby. Y'all know that's me. You know that's me. I'm not saying, listen, if you're gonna say what I'm saying, say what you. Yeah, George loves the mess, right? If you're gonna say what I say exactly what I said. The girl asked her, did she fuck George? She didn't say that she fucked George. Okay? And so Shamia tried to throw some, she corny, ended up trying to throw some shade back to somebody, some girl. Could you please let your pants meet your shoes? Lame. Okay. Now Portia said, Shamia, you're being very defensive. Portia, I don't like that. Because why wouldn't she be defensive if somebody is asking you at a table full of people if she fucked somebody that she didn't fuck, or she said that she didn't fuck? Why wouldn't she be defensive? Okay. Shamia said that Angela has it off for her. Even in Dallas, she kept insinuating that she was causing a division in the group. And so Cynthia jumped in and Cynthia said, look, a lot of the women feel like that when she's cool with the women, they move with her. And she feels like that she has the power to bring the group together. I do believe that as well. I believe that as well. I'm sorry. I believe that when K. Michelle had came to her and was talking about that plot, I believe that how can I say it? I believe that if the girls came to Shamia, if the team K. Michelle came to Shamia and told her something, I believe that I believe that Shamia will keep the shit going just so she can have a team around her. Because I don't think that she wants the girls to really get together and be one like that, because she's still on the out with Portia. And she needs to have a division in the group. I do believe that. I do believe that. Shamia can't control what the women decide to do. She can't control what the women decide to do, but she can keep a division in the group. Right? If she went to the girls and said, do you think that Portia, she would go, like, if K. Michelle came to her and said, am I tripping? Do you think that she was trying to shade me for having an abortion? Having a miscarriage? I believe that Shamia will do anything to keep them away from being friends with Portia like that. I do believe so. I do believe so. I believe it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get a drink of water. Okay. So, hey guys, like, sorry, Gabor, you can't make us believe differently on this. I'm not trying to make you believe nothing, baby. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm not trying to make you believe nothing, baby. Yeah, she's vengeful. From a lapdog to a puppet master, that's a reach. Hey. This chugging sound, Dash, I'm thirsty. Okay, don't do me that. Don't do me that, okay? So everybody go to their room, okay? Now Portia and Shamia said that, Portia and Phaedra said that they wanted to get people who didn't get along close together with their messy asses, right? So everybody, well, Kelly, her team, everybody except for K. Michelle, Team K. Michelle is in the room except for K. Michelle. And so Shamia ended up receiving a text from Ashley, which is George's wife. And she said that Angela is lying, okay? Now Shamia's door was open, and she said, I should call her in front of the bitch. And Angela heard her, and Angela said, call them now. And Shamia said, get out of my room, and she slammed the door, okay? And so Angela is saying, say the shit in my face. Say the shit in my face. And Angela got caught. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but Angela got caught up. Her voice changed. And she said that Shamia called Ashley trying to make a scene, okay? And then Angela was upset that she knew that she was about to get caught up. And she said, open up the door and talk. That's whack and that's weak. And so Portia and Phaedra ended up coming downstairs, and Shamia ended up showing them the text messages. And Shamia said, do your investigation. But when you put lies out there, it sticks. And it takes forever for people to forget. Okay? So Phaedra and Portia go to Angela's room. Baby, when I tell you this was TV gold, Phaedra always finding her way. You know what, baby? Give it up to Phaedra. Give it up for Phaedra. Where is it at?
Come on, give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Baby, Phaedra can always find herself in a moment, baby. Phaedra can always find herself in a moment, okay? So they go to Angela's room, and Angela thought that she was about to call Ashley on speakerphone and get her story out, right? So they ended up calling Ashley. I saw Ashley, ratchet, ghetto, you get what I'm saying? Give very much Portia, got the money for the pussy, you get the pussy for the, she get very much that, okay? And she said that Shamia told her that Angela said that Ashley said that she was fucking George. And she said, I never told you that, Angela. And Angela said, I never said that you said that. She said, sex isn't even something that we spoke about. And if I implied that, it didn't come from you. And so Ashley continued. And she said, you pretty much wanted to know if I had any dirt on Shamia. And I told you I didn't. And that was pretty much it. You did it. You did it. You did it. You got caught up, baby. You did it. You did it. Baby, you got caught up and you tried to hurry up and get that girl off the phone so quick. Okay. The thing, okay. But baby, you got caught up. And see, the thing is, girl, you didn't even have to put the phone on. You put the phone on speaker. You didn't have to put the phone on speaker, girl. You put the phone on speaker because you thought that she was about to have you a moment. Baby, Portia called it. And when she called it, you know, Portia a little slow. Phaedra called it before her. Phaedra called it before her. It take Portia a little time. She a little slow. She had like PJ. And so she called it and she braced herself and she leaned back and tried to tap Phaedra. But Phaedra had called it and her mouth changed. And she was kind of like looking at her. Oh, baby, it was TV gold. It was TV gold. And Angela tried to hurry up and get the woman off the phone. Angela, girl. Girl. It was so embarrassing to watch. And what was even more embarrassing, Angela, is that you got off the phone so quick. You don't never, girl. You don't never get off the, girl. Then you let the woman lead the conversation. Before that girl, as she was getting ready to go there, you pretty much said I would have hung up in the bitch face before I let her get all that shit off. You get what I'm saying? Girl, no. And so Portia's saying, where did it come from that she fucked him? And Angela said it came from me. But Angela, you asked her, I get it, right? But you drew a conclusion from what George said, right? So yeah, that came from you. You drew a conclusion off what George said, but baby, you've been looking up dirt on this girl. She said it. Y'all worried just about the fucking. She been looking up dirt on this girl. And so, in my opinion, I feel like that you have been doing an investigation. As far as I'm concerned, looking up dirt on somebody is an investigation, right? And she said it in the text messages that you tried to call. And I feel like that you tried to call Ashley like she was one of them Thelma Louise bitches. You know what I'm saying? One of them green bitches that you was just gonna get over on. You get what I'm saying? And Ashley made sure that she got out what she wanted to say on that phone call. She did. And Angela, for you to lie like this, girl, it makes me question everything about you. It do. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. He said she got cut up like Usher on that phone call, and this was very reminiscent of how she tried to change the subject with her daughter, and she didn't want the bona fide truth about her being homophobic. Because she did not buy in or look on. Thank you for the super chat, Joe Mill. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, leave the kids alone. PJ is not slow. That's shallow. What are you talking about, Jerry? Jesus. We're not talking about shallow right now. We're going to get into shallow later on in the show. We're going to talk about shallow later on in the show. Okay? It's given that the Chicago, baby, it's given on nothing but liars come out of Chicago. It's given that nothing but liars come out of Chicago. We got nobody Drew and lying ass Angela. That's Angela, it's giving liar, baby. I'm sorry. Okay? So then they get ready to go to dinner. This Atlanta child, they ain't got no fashion. Ain't no fashions in Atlanta child. No fashions. Okay, so we ain't got to talk about who was dressed the best or who was dressed the worst. They ain't got no fashion. I was just over here looking at these girls like, child, at Beverly Hills, it'd be a whole moment. Shout out to, what is her name? Amanda. Shout out to Amanda, baby. Am I a moment? Is it giving moment? These girls don't ever give no moments, child. Baby, it's giving, you know, beauty supply. Okay? So, Portia, Phaedra, and Angela was in the car, and Angela had the nerve to say that she was glad that they was there to hear her side of the story.
Shut up!
To hear your side of the story. And Phaedra to the thing and said, You remember her mama went over there and made that sweet tea? And she put that pound of sugar in the sweet tea, and they tasted the tea, and they was around there talking about, Like they didn't even acknowledge that her side of the story. They were just like, mm-hmm. I would have told her, girl, I heard that girl say that you was calling her to get dirt on. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, don't have me on the phone call and think I'm just gonna sit up here with the bullshit. I'd have said, girl, I heard that girl. You know what I'm saying? Child, I remember. Can I tell y'all the story? Okay. One of my family members, one of my family members had, one of my cousins had got into it with somebody and they was, you know, she kind of got punked in the middle of the street. And the girl that she was getting ready to box with had ended up like, anyway, let me be quiet, y'all. It's too much of a story to tell. Y'all gonna be like, baby, this is some good ass. Anyway, it was, you know what I'm saying? I heard that girl, you know what I'm saying? I heard that girl say that I would have let Angela know, girl, I heard that girl say that you was trying to get some dirt on Shamia. You know what I'm saying? I would have let that girl know. Girl, I heard that girl say that you was trying to get some dirt on Shamia. Okay? But I feel like that Angela is going to try to play like it didn't happen since they didn't say nothing about it, right? She gonna try to play like, well, it didn't happen because they didn't say nothing about it. And I think that she got one over on them. You get what I'm saying? But even with Angela, I can't understand why you think that you got one over on them. Because, girl, I would have looked at Portia. Ain't no way Portia would have been able to move like that in front of me. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no way she would have been able to move like that in front of me and tap that girl and I ain't been able to see what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, oh, shit, I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Girl, I would have, what you should have did, Angela, is do what nobody Drew did and act like you were sick and you can come to dinner that night. I'm trying to tell you, baby. I'm trying to tell you what to do. You should have act like you were sick and you can come to dinner that night. Remember, she got scared of K. Michelle and nobody Drew talking about she was going to be late to the Bailey. I mean, yeah, to the Bailey, whatever she was trying to throw, a soiree. Okay? So Cynthia, Drew, and Kelly are in the car. And Cynthia is saying, why would Angela lie? Because she's messy. She's messy. Why would anybody lie? You get what I'm saying? Why would anybody lie? Okay? Pinky, Shamia, and K. Michelle, they're all in the same car, and they get to the restaurant first. The name of the restaurant is called the Bunny Badger, and Bunny Badger means pretty skunk, okay? Now, Pinky said that, you know, who got drunk and named that, right? And she said, but I'm not judging because I also named Slutty Vegan, but I ended up naming it Slutty Vegan after taking a little THC. You ended up naming it after you took a little bit of THC? Girl, that's not what I heard. That ain't what I heard, baby. Baby, the people say that you got that name, baby, because you was over there sucking dick for 4 hours. That brand say that you used to pull that dick out everywhere y'all was at to try to suck on that thing. And he said you was a nasty little vegan. You was a nasty little vegan. He said y'all would be anywhere. Put a 4 in the chat if you heard the man say that. Put a 4 in the chat. They said that you giving Phaedra a run for her money. That man said that you used to pull that thing out anywhere and try to suck on it. It must be made of gold. It must be made of gold. They say that's how you got that name, baby. They say that's how you got that name. You heard it from me? Well, if you heard it from me, it's the gospel, baby. If you heard it from me, that shit is good as gold. You can cash that in. I heard that. 3.5, I heard you say that. No, baby, I'm telling you, I heard the man say it with my own 2 ears over there on Tasha K in the interview. I heard the man say that, baby. I wouldn't lie to you, baby. Okay? No. Now, before the girls got there, Shamia wanted to address something, okay? Shamia wanted to address something that happened at Maggie Madness, okay? She said that she didn't like that Pinky brought up what happened between her and K. Michelle when she was already getting her ass handed to her. And she told K. Michelle and it had nothing to do with anybody in the group. Basically, so bitch, why you bringing it up on camera, right? Now, I get both sides, right? I get both sides. On one hand, I understand it being between them and you want to keep it between y'all three, right? But on the other hand, bitch, if we putting shit on the table, we putting shit on the table. And that was the time to put this shit on the table. We trying to get somewhere as a group, right? It can't be these little sectors of the friendship. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying Shamia got the power to bring the girls together, right? She could have you see how she's trying to keep her team over here, but we don't beef in front of them because we a little team. We a little team. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to put it in front of everybody else. I don't want to put it in front. We only gonna call them out when they do something wrong. But our stuff, when I mess up, it's gonna be over here. Shiloh shot girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? And so K. Michelle said, Liz, it hurt me. I brought it up in the group because it hurt me. K. Michelle, you always hurt. Your BBL is leaking. It was infected, baby. The whole couch was wet. You always hurt. Anytime something happened to K. Michelle, you was a whining ass. We sick of it. It hurt me. I went to the car and I was crying. Okay? She said it hurt me, Shamia, because you said that when I came into your life, you know, it was something that you came into my life. And she said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And she said both. And she said that Shamia is always letting her know what it cost her to be her friend. Okay? And Shamia apologizes and K. Michelle's accepted. Okay? So then they get to the dinner. All the other girls started coming in and here come the dinner. Okay? Now the dinner is going to be hosted by Chef Tom Kitchen. Now he's supposed to be a Michelin star chef. Okay? Phaedra said that the girls are going to have to elevate to enjoy the experience. Okay? Now what I heard, these bitches ain't used to nothing. These bitches ain't used to nothing. So I'm going to give them a tour of Scotland. So I picked everything over here in Scotland that we about to get ready to eat. Okay? And so Kelly asked, is going to be chitlins on the menu. And Phaedra said in her confessional, if you eat processed vegan burgers all day and chicken waffles all day, your palate doesn't require much. Okay? Phaedra always getting her little ones off in the confessional. Okay? Now, we ended up finding out that Portia put Pinky up to squashing the beef between K. Michelle and Shamia. Right? Now, if she put her up to it, that means Pinky know. I mean, that means that Portia know that K. Michelle and Shamia was beefing.
Clock it.
Clock it. Clock it. Did y'all clock it? Portia put Pinky up to squashing the beef between K. Michelle and Shamia. So if she put her up to squashing it, that means that Pinky went and told Portia about it. She knew that they was beefing because she went over there and told them, right? And so we also find out that Portia was supposed to get K. Michelle and Drew to squash their beef, but she didn't do it yet. Okay? And so what ended up happening is Pinky, baby, Pinky ended up asking K. Michelle and Shamia how they think the convo went.
No, you.
Right? Pinky ended up asking K. Michelle and Shamia how the conversation went in front of everybody after Shamia had just told her, girl, I don't want to talk about this in front of the other women. But she ended up bringing it. I thought they had the conversation in front of all of the women, baby. When I tell you, listen, I love I love Pinky. Okay? I love Pinky. But baby, she moving like an op. She moved like an op. And I don't even like Shamia like that. But she moving like an op, baby. Y'all better watch Pinky. Y'all better watch Pinky, baby. Pinky moving like an op, baby. I love it. I love it. Pinky say, baby, listen, we on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. We gonna talk about everything, baby. We putting everything on the table. We putting everybody on the table. As lover, no, Pinky letting her know. Pinky letting her know, bitch, not me. You probably could run K. Michelle, right? You probably could watch Kelly, bitch. I'm not living in your house, bitch. I ain't living in your house. You ain't my motherfucking hood authority, bitch. Okay? K. Michelle said that they have a strong friendship. Okay? She said things happen within friendships, and the best way to handle it is to discuss them. But how come you didn't discuss anything that happened between you and Portia with Portia? Right? When it came to Portia, you was tweeting. And you was going to go meet with Cynthia, and you was going to go meet with Pinky, and you was going to go talk to everybody else except for Portia. Girl. Okay? Kelly ended up thanking Phaedra for having her back. and she ended up thanking her for her friendship. Okay. Phaedra said they have a hearing when they get back to Atlanta. Okay. Kelly ended up asking Portia, do she think that she would ever settle down with the woman? I'm telling you right now, there is no way Kelly would have been able to ask me that question after she told me that I done fucked and scissored everything walking in Atlanta. Cause you ain't gonna get ready to throw it in my face. You ain't gonna get ready to throw it in my face, okay? But Portia answered the question, okay? She said she only visualized herself being in a relationship with a man, and now she's enjoying relationships and friendships that enjoy her, okay? Now, Pinky let it be known that she was in a relationship with a girl before.
Of course.
Of course. Y'all remember Wendy used to do the how you doing section of the show? Ask Wendy, and the gays would come up and get to the mic. She'd say, how you doing? And they'll be like, how you doing, Wendy? Real gay or real flamboyant? And she'll be like, of course. Of course. Pinky, of course. Of course. We knew you, girl, we knew you was a dagger. We knew you was the dag. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Can we be real? I just feel like looking at Pinky, when Pinky walk in the room, you know she done ate some pussy before. When Pinky walk in the room, you know she done ate some pussy before. I just want to know if she can eat the pussy for 4 hours. I'm just playing. But how long I think how long you think she go on the puss? How long you think she can eat on the puss? Thank you for the super chat by DKL180819. She said they explained so much about Pinky. But we was able to tell though. We was able to tell. What's up, Couture Bay? She said Pinky gives it. Yes, she do. And probably ate it for about 4 hours. But if you eat pussy, is you vegan? Is you really a vegan? If you eat pussy, is you really a vegan? I don't know. Okay? So she said that she was in a relationship with a woman for 3 years. Okay? She said that she didn't get married to the woman because she still liked dick. Phaedra said that Pinky had her whole body in the lady pond, and that she was actually shocked when she found out that Pinky was married to a man. Okay? And Pinky said that she will date a woman again.
You're married.
You'll date a woman again, girl, and you fucking married? What do you mean? Why would you marry a man and be thinking in the back of your mind, I want to eat some pussy again? You get what I'm saying? That means that you wasn't true to your vows. You wasn't true to your vows. If you still out here thinking about eating, you know what I'm saying? Putting a woman's vagina in your face again. So, girl, okay? And so Cynthia is giving us a show, baby. Cynthia is giving us a show. Cynthia said, has anyone else been with a woman before? Okay? And nobody drew. Baby, people get mad at me when I say nobody drew, girl. Listen, I'm not scared of you bitches. If I said her name is Nobody Drew, her name is Nobody Drew. Who gonna whoop me? Her name is Nobody Drew. We got names for everybody on the show. All of a sudden, Drew can't have no motherfucking nickname? She's Nobody Drew. She's Nobody Drew. I don't like when he call her Nobody Drew. I don't like when he call her. It's Nobody Drew. That's her name. That's her name. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He said, speaking of two lesbians, TMZ was reporting that Karamo and Jussie Smollett are dating. I thought that there's no way. TMZ is reporting that Karamo and Jussie Smollett are dating? Damn, we got them. If Karamo and Jussie Smollett is dating, that means they boy daggers. Them two girls. Jussie is dating Karamo? Them bull daggers. We call them bull daggers where I'm from. Yes, good boy, I saw it too. What? But one of my friends just told me that Karamo told Carlos King that his man was rich. Child. The girls be, I would say something, but okay. Child. Two bull daggers, child. Girl, what is going on? What is going on in the world, baby? Thank you for the super chat here. He say, Whoa, breaking news. Oh my God, Pinky, we had no idea. So Pinky is my brother and Derek is Sug. She was eating on that for 4 hours. Also, S Vegan has a new meeting. Happy Pride. And sure, Drew, we hear you. Right. Karamo insinuated he liked the top bunk. Child. Karamo give me that he only topped the white boys. Okay. Shit, over here, baby, Karamo over here chopping somebody with a face full of mascara. Please. I mean, I don't know. Maybe just said that. I don't know. You know, it's just a sexual position. I'm just saying, child. I seen come out Ramo over there on Real Housewives of Miami, baby. He had a face full of mascara on and makeup, child. Okay. Okay. Nobody Drew said that she was been with a woman before, but it was when she was with her husband. Okay. Now, I feel like that nobody Drew is lying. And I feel like that she's lying because Pastor, you know, her mama is Pastor. And her mama will only say that she was bulldagging if it was for her man. Right? She could tell her mama, yeah, I was with a woman before, but I was with my husband. And it was for better or for worse. And he asked for a woman. And my man asked for a woman that's my husband. I got to do what my husband said. You know, she wanted them because she was trying to tell Sonya Richards, your man want another baby. You better do what your husband say, do. Right? So she probably telling her mama, telling Pastor, he told me to eat that pussy, so I ate the pussy. Girl, we saw you over there falling asleep around the stud, girl. You was over there falling asleep around the stud, girl. And it wasn't Candy. All in the car sleeping shit. 8 o'clock in the morning, ain't even dropped the motherfucking kids off at school. Girl, please. Okay? Cynthia told us that she was in the Lady Pond before. Now, they talked about her kissing Portia in the back of a car before, but I remember the earlier seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Cynthia told us that she was with a woman before, but Cynthia told us she don't eat pussy. She will only get hers ate by a woman. That's the only thing she'll do with a woman. She said she will never eat no pussy. Put a 9 in the chat if you remember that. It was in the earlier seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cynthia said that she had been with a woman before, but Cynthia said made it clear that she don't eat pussy. I remember Cynthia basically saying, oh no, baby, I don't eat pussy. And I believe she told Candy, you know, you will eat me. And Candy was like, no, Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, I don't think that Karamo was dark enough for Jesse. Who is the bottom? Guess it's someone for everyone in this LGBTQ talk. I can't take my ears. Yes, nobody Drew, please. Yeah, okay, so thank you. It got 9s in the chat. I wouldn't lie to you, baby. Sway is about as attractive as Janasi. If you know, you know. Who is that? All these BBLs eating cats, right? Okay. Portia said that she's full-blown lesbian because she's been with Sway for a year. Now, I want to ask y'all a question. When do y'all think a person is gay, right? What is gay, right? Because in my opinion, I think that as soon as you do something with the same sex, maybe twice, that you probably gay, right? I think that make you gay. One time you probably could experiment, okay, right? But I think that once you do something with somebody with the same sex twice, that makes you gay. So y'all let me know in the chat. Let me know how long it take you. What makes you gay? Do you think it's one time? Do you think it take a year of eating pussy? Or you know, what makes you gay? Okay? When they born, I disagree. I don't think when they born. 9, she was too interested in it. Twice is experimented. Jonasi, who was Jonasi? Okay? So K. Michelle said that she was with a woman and she thought that she was going to be a full lesbian. If you was with a woman, baby, you was full lesbian. She said that she moved her to Atlanta. Baby, if you moved her to Atlanta, then you're a full lesbian. You're a full lesbian, you moved her to Atlanta, okay? Then K. Michelle said the woman hopped on top of her car because she found out that she was still messing with men, hopped on top of the car and tried to beat her up. And the girl ended up sleeping with her hairdresser, okay? Now, I gotta say this. K. Michelle must can't fight. K. Michelle must can't fight. Every time K. Michelle is talking, she talking about somebody whooping her ass, right? She talked about Portia would have whooped her ass. The hairdresser tried to whoop her ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, could you fight? Like, the way that she be talking is like, I'm always getting my ass whooped. She didn't say the girl jumped on top of my car and she tried to fight me. She tried to whoop my ass. Girl,
Hey, you're weak, honey.
You weak, honey. You weak. Every time you get caught up, girl, you just somebody always want to whoop on your ass. Get this weak ass crying at my feelings is hurt. I got beat up. She was trying to fight me. It's just giving victim. I see why her and Shamia are friends. Okay? Kelly said that she tried it with her husband. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. If I was straight, no woman could get me to suck a dick. You feel me? As a man now, as a gay man now, no man could get me to eat a pussy unless it was Nicole Byers. So I'm not understanding these women letting their husband bring another woman into the bedroom and making them eat pussy for their man. You out here putting another, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out here doing stuff for your man. Bringing somebody else in the room for their man. What are we talking about? Are y'all serious? Okay. I just think that doing stuff like that is just a recipe for disaster, because I feel like that if you see your man, the straight women in the audience in the chat, if you see your man with a dick in his mouth, you may not ever be able to see him the same again. Right? If men see their woman with a woman, eating a woman's vagina, he may not want to be with her again. I think that's just a recipe for disaster, because people think that they, want to do something, but when they see you in a certain way, they may not want you again. Y'all be so freaked out. Okay? Kelly said that she realized she was jealous after she had the threesome, and she said that she looked at it as if she was not enough. I mean, not to be funny, baby, they say you 4'8". They say you 4'11", girl. You probably not be enough, you little hobbit. Okay? Kelly didn't realize that she ended up telling the people that in her confessional. She said that she couldn't believe she told us that she's gonna have to stop drinking when she's on vacation. She said get drunk and telling all her business. Drunk, yeah. Okay? Now, this is what I love about Cynthia, baby. Cynthia made sure everyone went, and I love that because I wanted to see what was going on with Angela. Okay? Now, Angela and Phaedra said that they never. Shamia said that she never. And Portia cut that eye over there at Shamia, baby. And when she said when she did that, baby, I knew that Shamia was lying. Shamia was lying right in our face. Shamia was lying right in our face. She ain't never been with a woman before. Did y'all catch Portia cut her eye over there? Put a 5 in the chat if you looked at Portia's face when Shamia said that. That's payback. That's payback. Because Shamia made a face when Portia said that R. Kelly wasn't married when she slept with him. Shamia made a face. It was payback. It was payback. It was payback. Okay? Now, Pinky, baby, when I tell y'all I love me some Big Pink, I love me some Big Pink. Okay? Now, in the car ride earlier, well, she told Shamia and K. Michelle that when they got to Scotland and on the way to the house that they was going to be staying at, she was in a car ride with Angela and Drew. And earlier on their way there, when she came to the restaurant with K. Michelle them, she said that Angela told her that she brought up her daughter, right? So she brought up the car ride at the dinner, and then she asked Angela, she said, Angela, you good though? Angela, you good though? I say, baby, listen, I love Pinky. But Pinky is moving like, okay, Shamil, you need to watch Pinky. You're going to have to watch Pinky. She moving like the eye. Pinky is giving, I don't fuck with Shamil like that because she was fucking with K. Michelle. I'm riding with my son. And we about to get her ass. We about to get her ass. Okay? And so Angela said, Shamil, did you approach my daughter? And Shamil said, I didn't approach your daughter. She said, did you say anything to my daughter that would be offensive to me? And she said, well, I said that she was sweeter than you. And Angela said, that's not something you say to my child. You don't understand what we are going through right now. You are overstepping a boundary. I understand you and I go back and forth, but don't include my daughter. Okay? And I just got to tell y'all how I feel. On one end, I feel like that Angela went and shot that scene with Amari after they came back from Scotland.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I don't care what y'all saying. Mary Jane's baby say Amari is 25. He go to whataboutisms. That Amari is 25 years old, but that's still my daughter. That's still my daughter. That's still my daughter. Okay? I feel like that Angela knew that she was losing, and I feel like that Angela went there, came back from Scotland. I feel like that Angela went and shot that stuff with her daughter to make that part of her storyline and tried to get in front of what Shamia did, and she could try to make Shamia look wrong. Okay? On the other end, Shamia was crying last year because Britt had told her, why don't you go home with your kids? Why don't you go home with your kids? And all of a sudden somebody was talking about her daughter. So we can't have it both ways. Bring me the stroller, baby. Don't play with my child. Don't play with my child. You know what I'm saying? But on another note, Angela, you should have left your motherfucking daughter at home. If you'd have left your motherfucking daughter at home, then I wouldn't have to say nothing to her. You brought that grown-ass daughter to this grown-ass basketball game. Everybody else, you didn't bring Ari, you didn't bring Arlie and Anon here, right? If you don't want us to, you get what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is if I can't even say that she's sweet, unlike her mama, right? If I can't even say that she's sweet, keep her motherfucking ass away. If you so offended, okay? And so Shamia apologizes and says that she feels like that Angela's a mean girl. And so Angela says, didn't you imply that my husband doesn't love me and he steps out on me? And Shamia said, I only rebutted everything that you said. And Angela said, but does that make it right?
What? What?
Angela, you losing, baby. You're losing. You losing. Okay? She said, Shamia said, you said that I fucked George. Let's read the receipts from his wife, okay? And Pinky ended up reading the receipts, okay? Now, what stood out to me, that's all we're going to focus on, is that Ashley said that Angela's whole motive is to tarnish your name. I feel like Dan, Portia, and Phaedra should have spoke up, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, and what Monique said. In my humble opinion, when they said that Angela Ho's motive is to tarnish your name, I feel like that Phaedra and Portia should have said, no, hold on, wait a minute. That's true now, because Angela, when we was on that phone call, you did call her on the phone, girl, and she said that you called her trying to get some dirt on Shamia. Okay? Angela said, we called Ashley and we talked for 2 minutes. Shamia said, 2 whole minutes. She said, and I said that you fucked George. I asked her, did she know you? Because I was getting ready to go off on you and I didn't want to hurt your feelings. She said, I never said that Ashley said that you fucked George. I said it, okay? And then Pinky ended up asking her, so did George tell you that he fucked Shamia? And she said, I didn't have that conversation with him. Then what are we even talking about, Angela? What are we even talking about? You can say that he implied it, but you can't say for sure. You get what I'm saying? If you can't say for sure, you should say, well, he kind of gave me that he fucked you, but you're going around here saying you fucked him like you know for sure. Because even if he was talking that pimp shit to me, like I had to pay for it, I would have said, I would have asked questions around, like, so did you fuck her? But was it good? You know what I'm saying? How was the pussy? How much did you give her? Did you get your money's worth? Like, I would have said something to imply or to get him to let me know that he really fucked her. But see, you didn't even do that. You didn't even do that. Thank you for the super chat, Q the content guy. He says, she tears. I was with you the whole episode till now. Because if you say something to March of Dimes, you will be mad. With that being said, Big Ange, let it go. You wrong. She is. Chill. Angela, you lost bad. And girl, you lost against Shamia.
Loser.
You lost against Shamia. You lost against a girl who been begging for a piece. Yeah. Okay. Shamia said, your receipts fell. You a messy ass bitch, and you made that shit up on me just like you made that shit up on Phaedra last year. Okay. And so they going back and forth. And Angela said, girl, you act like you married to the Prince of Zamunda. And Shamia said, I'm married to the Prince of Kenya. And Angela said, hop on one legs and bark like a dog, you lap dog looking bitch.
You placed a further.
Child, Then Shamia started making physical digs again about Angela's nose and what she gonna have to be doing with her nose, girl. But then they have to open shop. Let me be quiet, y'all, because I believe that you told us that when okay. And so Phaedra says, unless we have to agree as a group, kids are off limits. And Shamia said, well, so are marriages. But this is my thing, Shamia. Just because you over here on this show now and you over here married to Gerald and he don't want certain stuff out there like that, they're not going to change the culture of the show. And not talk about marriages because all of a sudden you on the show. Right? You knew what you was getting on. You knew what you was, you know what I'm saying? You knew what you was being or signing up for. They are going to attack marriages on the Real Housewives. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is what you signed up for. This is why certain people don't come on these shows. They're not going to change it for you, especially for you, right? They do this on every franchise. They do this on every franchise, okay? Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He says, does Shalaya speak up when Kelly was calling Portia all kind of whores? No, Shamia is Portia's enemy now. Let her drown. Okay? Kids should not be off limits. It depends on how low we going. It depends on how low we going. Because I'm just saying, I might, you know what I'm saying? I got to get a bitch up off me. Girl, you been a read me too. You know what I'm saying? You been told me you didn't like my shoes or something, child. I'm been bring me to Charlotte, Shamia. Bring me to Charlotte, Shamia. Let's see what's going on. Let me see what Gerald's money can buy, baby. I want to see what money can buy. Oh, Jesus. Shit. Okay. Okay. So then they get back to the house. Okay. Drew ended up sharing that she had saw that Kelly's ex-husband was suing Bravo for $200 million. Okay. Kelly come into the room and she said that she want to protect her daughters at all costs. With the pictures that you posted, you want to protect your daughters with the pictures that we saw that you let her post for her 14th birthday? Not only that you let her post, because she didn't have one, it was the picture that you posted on your page of her over there in the leotard with a suck in her mouth, looking at her tongue, with glasses on, so you can get it sexy. You want to protect them, girl. Okay? Kelly said that she's fighting everyone, and Portia said, you fight me? She said, and I don't want to fight you. And Portia said, I don't want to fight you either. And Kelly said, I want us to be able to come together, not just for the bad, but for the positive as well. And Portia told her, we want to see you through this. Okay? And she told Portia, I've said things that bothered you, that didn't sit well with you, and I apologize. Baby, let me tell you something. There is absolutely no way, on no day of no year, that Portia would have got an apology off of me if she had went around here saying that I was fucking a married man and she didn't apologize to me first and take it back. There is no way. There is, like, to me, I just feel like that we just go to a certain point, and at that certain point, it's up. It's up. There is no way that Portia would have got an apology from me if I wasn't around here fucking a married man. And I mean that from the bottom of my soul. There's no way. No way. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said Eva was married when Shamia said that she slept with Missy. Why she worried about marriages now? Right. Let's tell the truth. Because she wasn't married to her prince then. She wasn't married to her prince then. Okay? Nobody Drew said, y'all are my future. And Kelly, I need you to win. Because it inspires me. And she tried to give her fake tears, her to-be tears. And so Portia said, she was talking about the house. She said, when we talk about these houses and my house, and I wanted the house in a divorce because that's where we raised our kids. Girl. Shut the fuck up! Girl, shut the fuck up, Portia. Y'all just got into that damn house. PJ ain't even finished elementary school yet, and you talking about this is where we raised our kids. PJ ain't even finished elementary school yet. Most of PJ's life was outside of this goddamn house. You know what I'm saying? Girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Then she had the nerve to say, you got to ask God to deliver you from these properties. Yeah, you did ask God to deliver you from them properties, baby, your mama's. Because you put your mama out on the street. You put your mama out on the street so she can pay for this house, so you can pay for this house that you can't afford. Oh, girl. Okay? And Cynthia ended up giving a testimony. Cynthia said, you know, I'm not who I was 5 years ago. Okay? The blessings keep coming. Keep doing the work and take care of your kids. Okay? Especially you, nobody, Drew. Take care of your kids. Get the kids to school on time. Get the kids to school on time. Because we saw that, what's the bulldagger that everybody in Atlanta be messing with? The stud. Not Brittany Griner, Ty. We seen you over there with Ty laid up in a goddamn van with Ty at 8 o'clock in the morning, and the kids wasn't even at school. You hadn't even dropped the kids off at school yet. You're a horrible mother. The kids wasn't even at school yet, and you over there laid up with Ty in the van at 8:30 in the morning. Falling asleep. Okay? And Phaedra said, look, I don't worry about money, because anybody that is truly a builder don't just build one thing. They build everything. And there's a black heart in heaven. I say, girl, get Phaedra off my TV. Now, Phaedra, I wanted you to speak in tongue at this point. I wanted you to speak in tongue and release them demons up out of their room, like you was over there trying to get them demons up out of Sweet Tea when y'all was over there on that beach, on the beach, okay? Now, Big Pink was on Watch What Happens Live, baby. Okay? Andy is getting so lazy. Andy is getting so lazy because this Watch What Happens Live episode was shot before the reunion. We know the reunion was shot on Thursday, and so Pinky was there before, okay? And they was referring to the reunion like it wasn't done yet. I say, Andy is really pissing me off. Andy is really pissing me off, okay? Now, Nasty Claudia, Monday, Nasty Claudia said somebody on the right side of the couch was pregnant. And I think that it was Pinky, because when Pinky came out on Watch What Happens Live, baby, when I tell you Big Pink was Big Pink, and she was Big Pink in black, when Pinky came out there, I said, God damn, Pink. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I thought that she stopped being a vegan for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Big Pink probably over there pregnant. I think that Big Pink is probably over there pregnant. Okay? So, and Big Pink got pregnant like it wasn't nothing, child. And Shamie over there trying to buy her. Okay? I think that it was nasty of Claudia to announce that woman's pregnancy like it was tea or something like that, because some women wait till they get into a certain milestone in their pregnancy to announce it, right? A lot of people like to wait until they get into their second trimester, till they get to like 4.5 months to announce the pregnancy, because anything can happen, and they usually wait until like 4.5, 5 months. They tell the people that's close to them, but they don't really tell, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people. And so for Claudia to do that is just so nasty. It's so nasty. But if it's true, Pinky, congratulations. Congratulations, Pinky. I'm happy for you. Baby, that's 4 babies in 5 years, girl. That's 4 babies in 5 years. I know one thing though, baby. You can't get no baby from eating food. Okay? And one thing we gotta give it up to Pink, baby. Pinky gave Andy a copy of A Wife in the Basement.
Come on, give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Give it up, baby. Give it up. Big Pink is the first housewife that I have seen that came out with a project and had a copy of the project ready before the season was even over with. They said bitches in the basement. I mean, A Wife in the Basement. Baby Pinky came out with a book and baby presented it to Andy before the reunion even happened on Watch What Happens Live, baby. Andy was shocked. Andy was shocked. That's about, baby, give it up, baby. I love Big Pink. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I love me some Big Pink. Okay? Phaedra said something in the episode about Pinky eating processed vegan meat. Okay? And she went to talking about what's under Phaedra's wig. You know, I told you Pinky got a complex about being bald-headed. I want to know why Pinky went bald. Do she got alopecia or something like that? Like Jada, I don't know what's going on. But every time she get to it with the girls, she always go to their hair first. And she's still over here going at Phaedra's hair. You know, if you go up under that wig, she probably got braids or we probably got the same amount of hair. That's what she said. Something to that effect. I'm like, girl, come on, girl. Come on. Okay? Then they ended up asking her how did she think the read session with her and Angela went. And she said she thought it was 50-50. She said she thought that it was a tie. No, baby. It wasn't a tie, baby. It wasn't a tie. It wasn't a tie. Portia and Simon literally started dating in 2021, got engaged in 2021, but didn't marry until 2022. Portia filed for divorce in 2024. If y'all gonna speak back. Who you talking to, mama? Tier 66510. The point still remains. The point, how old is PJ? Let me know how old PJ is. Let me know. I don't know if you're talking to me or not, so let me calm down. Because I don't think that I said nothing. But my point is, PJ stayed outside of their house more than she stayed in that house. PJ ain't even finished through elementary school yet for her to be making it seem like that PJ spent her whole motherfucking childhood. I don't know if you're talking to me, so let me be quiet. I don't know if you're talking to me. I don't know if you're talking to me. I don't know if you're talking to me. Pinky, you lost, baby. You got with her. You held your own. It wasn't 50-50, though. It wasn't 50-50. It was like 85-15. I'll give you 70-30. 75-20, no, 70-30. And I'm not going under that. I'm not going under that. It was 70-30 right there. Right there. Right, PJ don't know if she going, if she coming, and she can move. Right, girl. PJ don't know what's going on. Because truth be told, PJ was over there standing over there with the grandmama most of the time. Please. Oh, okay, Tier, we good then, boo. Okay. PJ is 6 or 7. I don't think she's 6 or 7 now. I don't think she's 6 or 7 now. PJ got to be 8 or 9. But you know, they probably don't know how old she is. PJ probably don't know how old she is. I ain't never heard her talk. Okay. Now, according to Andy, George will be making an appearance on the show this season. Right? George will be making an appearance on the show this season. That's what he said on Watch What Happens Live. So that'll be very interesting. That'll be very interesting. PJ was born in 2019. She's 7. Okay, so that means that she got 11 more years. She got 11 more years, and most of her childhood ain't gonna be in that house. Most of her childhood ain't gonna be in that house. Right? So thank you for the super chat, Houston Foodie 713. I'm calm. Chris said, calm, dog, boy. I'm calm. Most of her childhood ain't gonna be in that house. George was already on the show, the man with the green hair and the rum bun lawyer. What? That was George? Oh. So I guess it's gonna be, child, we'll see. Now everybody done came out there and said that the reunion was good. And now I'm not saying that she didn't. I didn't see Shamia post that it was a good reunion. Okay, now maybe she heard that Pinky was pregnant and got upset. Oh. Wasn't George on? We saw already with the green beard. Oh my God. Okay, yes, the leprechaun, girl. I don't care what y'all tell me. I don't care what y'all say, baby. Portia and Shamia was out there on the whole show, child. Portia and Shamia was out there on the whole show. They was. We know that to be true. They probably tore Shamia up. Now, y'all let me know. Did y'all see Shamia say something? Don't let Pinky have a boy. Shamia will go ham. Yeah. Portia didn't mean any of that. Didn't mean any of what? Shamil don't post like that, but I'm sure she got ate up. Wow. He reminds me of Dennis. Oh, no, he don't. Shayla, gone with the bullshit now. Gone with the bullshit now, girl. Dennis is damn near A1. Dennis damn near B2. Dennis is B2, baby. What you mean, girl? I don't like the way y'all do Dennis now. Now, come on. Come on. Let's be real, baby. Let's be real, baby. Dennis is Shayla trying to start some shit. Y'all leave me alone. Maybe D5, B2. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that he A1, but he B2. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You know, I fuck with Dennis though. Like I'll talk to him, right? I'll talk to Dennis. Dennis is listen. Why do you like Dennis Oliver? Because Estelle Sayre, that's a good man. That's a good man. I like his personality. You know what I'm saying? He seemed cool and funny. You know what I'm saying? He's a great father. He take care of his children. Okay? He's a good father. That's a good man. I agree Dennis is not ugly. No, he like, I'm not going to say he A1, but he like B2. He B2 for real. You cannot be serious. I'm serious as a heart attack, YDKL. You want the hot dog? I don't want the hot dog. I'm not, you know, we're not gonna be even thinking about the hot dog like that until like 5 years until we end date. I'm not quick and easy like the rest of y'all, George. But you know, I'm just saying, Dennis cheated on his pregnant fiance. Not a good man. Who is it? He engaged? He engaged? Karamo is dating Jussie Smollett, child. Baby, I seen a video of Jussie Smollett over there in New York Pride performing. Baby, when I tell, baby, girl. Oh, Jesus. Baby, when I tell you, baby. We don't believe you. What? He cheated on Portia, Gabor. What that mean? He cheated on Portia. How do you know he cheated on Portia? Portia was over there messing with Sway already. A good man will be faithful. He has to explain to his daughter why their relationship didn't work out because your mama's okay. You know why the relationship didn't work out, baby. Your mama was messing. Your mama was scissoring and fucking everything walking in Atlanta, and your grandmama was over here eating motherfucking large pepperoni pieces on white men. Please. Juicy made a whole fool out of himself at Pride. Baby, when I tell you it was a mess, baby, sounded like somebody was strangling the cat. Sounded like somebody was strangling. Baby, y'all talking about a fall from grace? Juicy, why? That is a fall from grace if I ever seen one. I was just about to ask y'all if y'all seen that. Yes, when she was pregnant. Who? They never established a relationship. They was messing around. Portia was pregnant. Don't do player P like what? What y'all talking about? Baby, when I tell you a fall from grace, baby, that was a fall from grace if we ever seen one. This boy's over here performing at Pride. But I guess he could say that he was performing at Pride with Involved. Involved. Baby, let it go, baby. Let it go. Let it go. Child, Escape ain't even performing at no motherfucking Pride, child. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He say stick to the old and over 65 like Warnock. Boy, what do you mean, Jerry? I've never dated. How old are you, Jerry? You're not gonna tell the truth. So it says 2784. So I'm thinking that your birthday is February 7th, 1984. So that would make you, I'm 88 and I'm 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. You old. You an old bitch. Two addicts in recovery who found love when their careers ended. Did they have careers? Jussie was on one TV show, child, and y'all say that y'all call it a career? In season 12, they went to couples therapy to address his cheating. But what about Portia's? Now the boy playing what I'm playing with. She didn't cheat on Dennis, Simon, or Cordell. She's a hopeless romantic. She falls too fast. Lauren, girl, gone up out of here, Lauren. This gotta be Lauren. This gotta be Lauren. She didn't cheat on Dennis, Simon, or Cordell. Dennis is a good man. He just a little green. Because Dennis, the only thing I'm going to tell Dennis on our first date, I'm going to ask him, why was he in that picture with Portia and Dennis when they got engaged? Why was you in that picture supporting that bullshit?
You's a stupid stupid motherfucker.
Do you know how stupid he looked? Over there in the picture with her while she was got her hand over there on Dennis. I mean on Simon. That's a good man though. Dennis is a cheater. And who is Lauren? Lauren is her sister. Lauren is her sister. I remember that. You get what I'm saying? Okay. But y'all, that's all I got. I'm hungry. Dennis know Portia was playing with Simon. Oh, Portia. He just wanted camera time. They wasn't on camera, Naomi. That was on Mother's Day or Father's Day or something, and she posted the picture. Bolo was engaged when Portia was slobbing on his knob and Tanya was eating her peach, baby. They say, baby, Kenya said that she was in there screaming deeper and harder. And I seen what Bolo did to that watermelon, baby. So that means that they don't woo that out, baby. Bolo woo that out, baby. They was in there screaming deeper and harder. Baby, do you know how, baby? Y'all remember when Tanya was in there saying, I can't do it. And Portia said, girl, yes, you can. Yes, you can. I say, girl. And Dennis was really trying to slow down, trying to like settle down with Portia. That's a good man. Because I remember after it came out that she was fucking Bolo at the bachelorette party and they went and had dinner. And he was like, man, you ain't gonna stop hoeing? You about to be 40 years old. And she was like, I ain't 40 yet, I'm 39. He was like, yeah, but you that's how the niggas try to talk to you when they ready for you to sit down and settle down. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think you're getting too old? You know what I'm saying? Now he over there telling them, don't you think you're doing too much? You need to slow down. You dyking now. You know what I'm saying? You got these studs around my daughter and shit. You got my daughter around here trying to play volleyball and shit. You blame Candy for the Bolo debacle? Bolo made a video and he said that he never slept with anyone in the house, but y'all like running with lies. Jerry, baby, he's a hoe. He get paid to lie. The fuck you talking about? What you think he gonna say? Yeah, I was fucking Portia. We saw the episode, baby. It was a lie. It was a lie. And I baby, that Portia is something else, baby, because Portia went, they was like, go get Bolo and bring him back up out here. And she went and knocked on the door, and we didn't see it, but we heard it. And she was like, you coming back out? And he was like, what y'all want me to do? She said, I don't know, to come party. Put a one in the chat if you remember that. I said, look at Portia. Portia know how to play the little innocent role, baby. Portia say, I don't know, to come party. And he said, I'll be out there. I say, wow. And he came back out there because he wanted to make sure the cameras was gone, but he came back out there again. But they forgot that they had to record. I don't see no ones in the chat, baby. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember Portia going to say, I don't know, to come party. I say, oh, you know what they're going to do. Who eats something? No, now who eat my pussy tonight? One of you bitches is eating my pussy tonight. Oh, yes. Then it's kind of look like Pinky in the eyes. Jerry, Mim's gone. Look at the one. Thank you. Yes, baby. Portia went up there and said to go party. I say, wow, baby. I'm about to watch the episode right now. I want to hear those noises. Yes, baby. She said, I don't know, to go party. Yes, baby. I say, baby, that Portia something else, baby. I remember when she was trying to get Dennis like the film with Drew, and she was like, I'm just by myself. I ain't got nobody but me. It's just me and PJ. I ain't got nobody but me. And he said, come on now, P. I say, she got that nigga weak. She got that nigga weak around there. That's a good man, though. I don't blame Portia for getting a private dance, but there's no proof that she slept with the man. Baby, they said the house smelled like pussy. They said it smelled like pussy all against the house. Baby Kenya said that Brooklyn woke up crying, baby, and said, Mommy, what is that smell? They said the house smelled like pussy. He said nothing happened, baby. A paralyst can say anything. They also said that Toya ate a pussy and she threw up. Baby, they had it going on in there. All them bulldaggers in there. It was Candy. It was Drew. You know she dag. It was Shamil. You know she dag. Baby, they had it. Baby, Baby, it was bulldaggers galore up in there. Baby, I believe everybody had a little bite or something in there. But Candy said I can't mess with them because Portia get mad and she like to go and tell shit. Right? Portia get mad and she like to go tell shit. Don't hate on Player Pika, but Brian, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But I'm not hating. I respect the whole game. But I watched the episode and I know what went down. Bonk and Hennessy, right. Bonk and Hennessy. Y'all remember when Bolo was in that thing and he was trying to get up? She said, Polo, let me help you with your thing. I said, ooh. Bolo, let me help you with your thing, baby. And she was getting ready to fight somebody to go and help Bolo up out that cage. She was getting ready to fight somebody. Put a 5 in the chat if you remember that. Bolo, let me help you with your thing. I said, ooh, baby, these bitches is something else. There ain't no way. No, ain't no way, girl. My mama still living. I ain't no way. Cynthia was curious as hell. There's no video of Polo and Portia smelling. I need to watch it again. I don't remember Shamia being there, baby. Shamia was being, she was chocolate dropping. She was, she was river thirsty because she didn't have a peach at the time. She had a prune. And she was over there doing splits and shit. Her name was Godiva Chocolate or something like that because Kenya's name was Chocolate. But Shamia was over there. Shamia sure was over there doing splits and stuff. She sure was because they did a little dance in front of everybody introduced themselves and they did a dance. She definitely was there, baby. She definitely was there. Yeah, she was. Did a whole split. Even Cynthia got patted on the pussy. Virginia drip. Godiva drip. Girl. Portia and Shamia certified hoes. Yes, they was. Shamia was there. That was her name. Yeah, it was something Godiva, some child. I'll say, child. Drew was lickety split. Child, bad built ass. Nobody Drew was lickety split. Child. And y'all talking about that ain't no bull dagger. Child. And Portia is definitely in the chat. Child. Shamina was vagina drip. Oh my God. And I guess K Michelle is BBL drip. Oh, please. Oh, baby, they twins. Tanya Sam is still quality. Toya got kicked to the curb, baby. Bolo was paid. He had whoever wanted him. They weren't on the date. He was a trick, right? You know, Candy paid that man a little bit extra more money. And Candy let it be known that she heard some sex noises coming out the room. Can't see that Candy ain't no motherfucking good, baby. Because Candy sat down over there with Portia. I mean, with Cynthia Bachelorette dinner or some shit like that or whatever. And Candy was on that porch. Now, I'll never forget when Candy said, well, they can't say you're lying, baby. She told that to Kenya. Now, put an 8 in the chat if you remember that, baby. And she was over there talking to Don Juan about what happened. And she said that it happened. Yes, she did. That Candy is nasty, baby. Candy said she was gonna get her get back. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. They said that she was passed around in DC. Should we believe you too? Bitch, ain't no hope. Baby, can't nobody ever tell you that they passed me around, baby. Can't nobody ever tell me they passed me around, baby. Your man can't tell you that he passed me around. He can tell you that oh, baby. I forgot, baby, you lucky we ain't on Patreon. I'll eat you up. Oh, please. They lied on who lied? Mohawk, I know that, yeah, Candy was fake acting like she wasn't going to talk about it because the cameras weren't supposed to be down. Yeah, and she went and talked about it twice. She talked about it over there at Cynthia thing, and she also talked about it over there with Don Juan when they was one-on-one. Yes, she did, baby. Yes, she did. Yep, they both heard it. They hate. My hate deepened for Kenya that season. Why y'all hating on the bad bitch? Why y'all hating on the bad bitch? Baby, the way Kenya spread her legs to the moon and Portia was like, Thank you for the super chat, Dina Explorer. She say, Jerry I has a hate Gabor budget. That's my friend. He loves me. He loves me. Especially different. Exciting. He keeps me on my feet everly. Okay? But y'all, and Portia admitted it. She said she said, I fucked everybody. Yeah, baby, I fucked everybody. Yes, she did. That was Candy's did back. Bunny down, legs up. George, I don't like her after what she did to her sister. All right? But y'all, I gotta go and I'm hungry. When y'all see the video of Portia smash and share it until there ain't nothing wrong with a private dance. It is something wrong with a private dance if his dick going the mother. Okay? But boys, I know it's funny games, Jerry. Sing. All right. But y'all, I gotta go. I'm still mad at Bolo CC outfit though. That fake Chanel outfit, that wasn't outfit. Kenya was a telling ass bitch. but Rosie Posey though. We have to understand that Kenya was called a whore for years, but we got actual whores on the show. We got actual hoes on the show. So after I was being called a hoe for years, you know what I'm saying? And y'all in here fucking in the house, we got a show to make, baby. Tanya lost her man after Bolo. Tanya lost her man after Bolo, and she used to suck his dick every day. She used to suck his dick right out of bed in the morning. She said she used to suck his dick every day. Child, please. Child, please. I don't know, baby. Her, Phaedra. We done had some hair doctors on the show. We had Phaedra. Okay. She was a hair doctor in high school, though. So I think that Phaedra is more skilled than everybody because they said that she was a hair doctor in high school. And so we got Phaedra. Then we got Sonya sucking dick every morning. And she wasn't even married to the man yet. Then we got Pinky. Could do it for 4 hours straight. That's the fake Chanel outfit. And he came on Real House of Atlanta with the fake outfit on. And you know Marlo was going to call it out. Okay? Right, ain't nothing wrong with doing it. Ty Black, ain't nothing wrong with doing it, Ty. And you right, ain't nothing wrong with doing it. But we would have left up out of there. We would have never did it there, in my opinion. We would have never did it there. I wouldn't have done it there. Hoes in different decades. Bring Kenya back, please. Gwen Mendez, please keep her where she at, y'all. Please keep her where she at. PhDs at Head University, child. Phaedra said that she always swallows her first season, girl. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right. But y'all, I gotta go. Karamo and Jesse gonna start the OnlyFans before this year is over with. Mark my words. They're gonna start the OnlyFans before the season is over with. So, good boy said I thought you were Team Tour. I am Team Tour, but I gotta tell the truth about Kenya, baby. I don't want her back. I don't want her back. Just like I didn't want her shit outside on the curb. All right? But y'all, that's all I got. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25. Call Daddy, tell him 25. Call Daddy, tell him 25.